After independence, our founding fathers walisema tulikuwa na adui watatu. Adui wa kwanza alikuwa ni ugonjwa. Adui wa pili akawa ni njaa. Adui wa tatu akawa ni ujinga. More than 60 years after independence, bado tuko na hao adui. After 60 years. So, there is something we are not getting right. Vile Kiberenga amesema hapa, mwenzangu vile ameongea, as I was saying, there was a Maputo declaration by African Union walikuwa wanasema they will be giving, or they were supposed to give 10% of the total budget. That's almost 20 years ago, of the total budget for agriculture. But if you look at the Kenya scenario, we hardly give even 4%. And the secret behind the prosperity of a country like Kenya is to give more money, as Kiberenga said, to agriculture than DOD. Because most of this money that is given to DOD, at the end of the day, it ends up in the pockets of a few people. But if you give 300 billion to the farmers across the country, if you give 300 billion to farmers across the country, you will have developed the country as a whole. Rather than giving 300 billion to DOD and then a few people pocket it, like 5 people only, and we have like millions of farmers. If this 300 billion can go to farmers, we will prosper as a country. Another thing is health. My friend, even if you have 100 billion in the bank account, if you are not feeling well, that 100 billion is nothing. Mtu anaweza kuletea hata kuku hapa imepikwa vizuri, biryani, the best. Imepikwa na the best chef in the world. But you will not eat it because you are not feeling well. So at the end of the day, if we take care of our health through SHA, and I'm sorry to say, SHA was rushed. Because if we remember, this universal health started with Uhuru. Uhuru started, akaanza na 3 counties. Akaanza na Kisumu, Nyeri and Machakos. I don't know whether you remember. But it failed because there was no proper planning. If this thing is planned properly and the SHA starts working, people will feel okay. But if you contribute, you reach the hospital, you don't get treatment. Even those ones who wanted to contribute, after they get that bad experience, they will not contribute. But if there are success stories of SHA, people will start going voluntarily and going to register themselves, and the SHA will become a success. But for now, even the marketer of SHA, I'm sorry to say, Dr. Deborah is very learned. She has 3 masters and a Bachelor of Medicine, but she's not a good marketer for SHA. Nakumicha was loud-mouthed. Nakumicha was loud-mouthed. That we can agree. But in terms of communications, he was better a communicator than Barasa. You see? So according to me,
government service or operation, it should not be marketed. Or a government is not a restoration. So it should offer effective, efficient, fair service.
thank you. At the end of the day, is communication. At the end of the day, is communication. It's communication. Dr. Deborah is not a good communicator when it comes to SHA. Another thing is education. The problem we have in this country, if you look at Nairobi, let me shock you. Nairobi, 80% of the education sector in Nairobi is in the private hand. 80%. You can go and do your research. If you go to slums, people who are struggling, they cannot even afford a square meal a day. They cannot even afford a square meal a day. They are taking their kids to the so-called academy where they pay through the nose.
Thank you.
So, according to me, let's make these services, education, health, agriculture, let the government play a bigger role so that the private sector does not play a bigger role than the government. Because the private sector, when it comes in, if the government is not there to regulate prices, the private sector punishes the mwananchi. Kumalizia Kiberenga vile amesema. This wanasiasa, I hope bunge la mwananchi, we can organize bunge la wananchi all over the country. We come up with a citizen charter so that you can sign an agreement with these politicians. Mchana peupe. If we go in, this is what you're going to do for us as wananchi. You go in at our own terms. But if we push this one out and we bring in another one, if we did not have this citizen charter listing what you want to do, listing what the incoming government is going to do, it will be just an exercise in futility. Utakuwa unatoa mmoja unaingiza mwingine. So in conclusion, let's be vigilant. Na yule anadharau Raila, wherever Raila will be, that side will carry the day. That side will carry the day. As the NRM said, Moninga Nangai, he said, apart from the votes, Raila comes in with 1 million soldiers who are ready to die. A Raila follower can leave his garage at Grogan and decide to demonstrate even for 1 month. So, you ignore Raila at your own peril. He doesn't come as a person. He doesn't come as a voter. He comes as a full package. Thank you.